What's up guys, it's Clownfight here. Guys, today we're going to be looking at something that's going around. So that's the UFC fighter called Sean Strickland, guys. He's obviously been calling out David Goggins. Now, this so-called internet beef, it's starting to get a bit out of hand now. For those of you guys who don't know who Sean Strickland is, he's a UFC fighter. He's in the middleweight division. He's a decent fighter, guys. He was a champion for a bit until he just lost recently to Dricus du Plessis. Now, he's right now calling out a guy called David Goggins. Now, for those of you who don't know David Goggins, definitely check him out, man. The guy is a inspirational person, guys. He's if you don't know his story, I would highly recommend checking his Instagram out. The guy is like 49 now, but one of the hardest guys out there, guys. So I would highly recommend checking David Goggins out. The guy's motivation and mindset is on a different level. If you look at the guy's story, it's crazy. But anyways, let me go back to this sort of internet beef that I want to cover. So this so-called beef that is going on now. So anyways, Sean Strickland decides to call out David Goggins to a sparring match in MMA. Now, David Goggins isn't even a MMA fighter. The guy's a runner. He's a multi-athlete, basically. He does a lot of running. He does a lot of gym training, but he's not really a fighter. Now, Sean Strickland does a lot of these things where he calls people out to his gym, the average Joe, and he spars with those people. And then he's got a lot of videos, guys, where he batters people who just want to just give themselves a challenge. I don't know, man. Some people are saying this is a little bit, I wouldn't say sadistic. It's like rubbing his own ego. He gets to battle all the people that don't have as much experience than him. And he, at the end of it, he goes, look, I rate you for... He basically bigs them up saying, look, I give you credit for trying it. I don't know, guys. He does it quite a lot. And I'll show you a video where he's doing it to a seal. And anyways, guys, he wants to do that same thing to David Goggins. In my opinion, the guy is a trained fighter, and he wants to spar with someone who's not even an MMA fighter. I don't understand what Sean Strickland wants to do. Now, don't get me wrong, David Goggins has responded and he said he will train with him as long as Sean Strickland goes to train with David Goggins, which he's not taking up the offer. So anyways, I'm going to play the videos, guys, and I'm going to give you my take on this whole David Goggins, Sean Strickland drama show. So let me just start it off. So this is Sean Strickland calling out David Goggins. Let's play this.
David Goggins, I heard you're in Vegas. I want to spar you for 15 minutes. You're a tough motherfucker, but I want to see if I could physically and mentally break you with sparring. You should come do it. It'll be good for you.
So the smile on that guy's face is just, for me, in my opinion, guys, it's like, I don't want to say it's sadistic, but it almost is, guys. It's almost like he knows what he'd do to David Goggins in MMA. In MMA, guys, he knows that he'd beat David Goggins in a fight in MMA. Of course he would, because David Goggins doesn't train fucking fighting. So it's kind of unfair, but he just wants to see if David Goggins is a man enough to come down to do it. David Goggins is 49. He's got multiple knee surgeries. The guy's just like a hard athlete. He doesn't give up. He goes through the hardest training you can think of, and he's put his body through hell. And Sean Strickland's smiling and wanting to call out David Goggins to a sparring match. Now, this is some other stuff that Sean Strickland has said about David Goggins in the past. So let's just play this as well.
Like, do you like David Goggins?
I kind of have like I think David Goggins is a little bit too like he kind of sucks himself off a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Like he's kind of like, and I've heard a lot of things, like I don't want to name names or anything, but I've like in the SEAL community who have like kind of said that he was just a glorified PT. Like when guys were doing hard shit, he was running miles. So it's like nothing wrong with him. I wish him the best, but I think he's more of like, he's just more of a character.
So you can see that he's calling David Goggins just like a character, and not really saying any good things about David Goggins, which is his opinion, but he's called David Goggins out. So I think David Goggins did respond to Sean Strickland. So I'm going to show you that David Goggins doesn't mess about. So for those of you who don't know who David Goggins is, this is David Goggins, guys. So here's David Goggins' response to Sean Strickland.
All right, so I've been working on this for a couple of years. I had a great idea. It took a while to get this waiver together. So you guys have to sign a waiver before this camp. So I have 2 camps coming up, but I won't worry about the second camp. The first camp is for all you out there that think I'm some big fake, some big phony, who's not out here putting in the grind, who's hating on me, all this stuff. Who thinks it's a 1-minute video, I'm running, stopping, going back home. Look, It's a 3 or 4 day camp, and it's gonna be full of, you know, running, rucking, swimming, weights, calisthenics, pull-ups, push-ups, a lot of different shit, all right? So all you out there who have run your mouth, make sure you tag those motherfuckers now. I know that you know them, tag them, because this is your opportunity to show the world that you can f me up. I will have camera crews out there. You make sure you bring your camera crew out there, because you're going to want to get this on camera. Because a 49-year-old broke down, up knees, up body guy is going to put you through a camp that you think that you can f me up in, okay? So this is your opportunity. And Strickland, I haven't forgotten about your video. I hope I see you there also. You got to email me, the haters, at info@DavidGoggins, and I'll get the best haters of them all, 10 or 12 of you. Stay hard.
So you can see there, guys, David Goggins just giving a little bit of an insight of a camp he's putting together. So for those who don't know, David Goggins does these brutal sort of camps where, well, he's saying he's been planning this one for a couple of years, where he used to go on a lot of runs, guys. And when I say runs, I'm not talking your average runs. This guy would run for days.
When you're running, you run for hours.
Days.
What days?
And yes, he's messed his body up, he's messed his knees up, but he doesn't do it because he wants to mess his body up. He does it more for the mind. This guy is he's taken the human mind to another level. I highly recommend you check who he is, check his story out before you obviously get my take on it. Anyways, he's setting up a camp for a couple of days, and he's called out Strickland to come to that camp, which is brutal training. The only guy I know that's actually turned up and actually trained with David Goggins was a fighter called Tony Ferguson. He took up David Goggins' offer, and you saw these two training together like maniacs.
This is where you win. This is where you win right here. Come on, Tony. Come on. Come on. Back up. Go ahead. Take no game.
They're just two crazy motherfuckers. A lot of people don't understand David Goggins. Fortunately, I am a guy that gets David Goggins. He wants to push the mind to another level. He doesn't do what the average person does, and he doesn't really give a shit. He likes to push himself to the highest limit. But in my opinion, this is one of the hardest guys from a mental perspective out there, guys. He's 49 and the guy's still going. He's putting in runs daily. Just a motivational type of guy, but he doesn't talk it. He lives that life as well. He's not a guy that messes about. So he's obviously called Sean Strickland to come to one of his 3-day camps, and they had some back and forths where I'll continue showing the footage where David Goggins does agree to do the sparring with Sean Strickland on the basis he turns up to this camp and does the 3 days of training. And so let me just carry on what happened next. So that's David Goggins' response. Now, as I said, Sean Strickland is a guy that calls people to his gym and he likes to spar them like whoever they are. So here's another clip of what Sean Strickland was saying about David Goggins recently in one of his vlogs.
Question for you.
So this is a Navy SEAL, guys, that he's called in. So a Navy SEAL is obviously in the American Marines. Sean Strickland likes to just call random people to his gym that don't even train MMA, and basically says to him, if you want to test yourself, spar against me. Now, I don't understand this type of training, guys. Like, don't get me wrong, maybe for toughness or to show a bit of bravado that you can fight with you can stay in the ring with a UFC fighter. You got to give respect, but I see too many videos of Sean Strickland just calling random people or teenagers or whoever into his gym and just putting a beating on them. Like, it's not really fair because this guy trains MMA. So I don't know, some people might say, nah, it's up to the people that want to step in the ring, fair play. But I just think Sean Strickland likes to stroke his own ego. That's why he wants to do the same shit to David Goggins. It makes him feel strong. But really, Sean Strickland's been knocked the fuck out by Alex Pereira. Yes, he beat Israel Adesanya, which was, again, in my opinion, I don't know, I think Izzy was off that time. I think if Izzy comes back prime, he'll destroy Sean Strickland. But that's a whole separate story. But Sean Strickland has been knocked the fuck out by Alex Pereira. He just likes to bully people that he knows he can win over, and he lost his last fight against Dricus du Plessis. I'm not really a fan of Sean Strickland, especially after these antics, but I'm going to show you the video anyway.
When they say like SEAL Team 6, SEAL Team 3, what does that mean?
So you can hear he starts talking shit about David Goggins again. I'm going to show you that.
I thought it would be awesome to come.
So this is a SEAL. So just to confirm, David Goggins also used to be a Navy SEAL. So you're going to see here Sean Strickland start talking shit a bit more about David Goggins. So this is on Sean Strickland's vlogs.
Come out here and jump on the opportunity to get some rounds in with him.
Hey, how do you feel about David Goggins, bro?
So here you go. Sean Strickland asks that SEAL, how does he feel about David Goggins?
I can't stand that
Sean Strickland goes, I can't stand him.
I like him.
Oh, I can't stand that guy, dude.
Uncommon amongst uncommon people. That man is able to push himself to a whole different level mentally and physically. And
so here's a Navy SEALs basically saying the facts that David Goggins is uncommon amongst uncommon man. He pushes himself to a mental level and a physical level that a lot of people can't do. So there's clear respect from your average person like a Navy SEAL, but for whatever reason Sean Strickland does not respect David Goggins and he wants to spar him. A non-MMA fighter who's got fucked up knees, fucked up body problems, he wants to spar him for 15 minutes. I don't understand what Sean Strickland's trying to get at, but let's carry on.
it's super impressive.
God damn, dude, don't fall on his dick, bro. Jesus
I mean,
Christ.
I feel the same way about like Cameron Haynes, you know. I think those two are on another level. Hey, everybody's entitled to their opinion, whatever. I don't really care.
Maybe Steele's will call him a little bitch on the interwebs.
I don't really care. I mean,
so Sean Strickland's not really saying like he doesn't like David Goggins. This guy's obviously, he likes David Goggins and Sean Strickland's giving his own opinion.
it is what it is. I'm just here to fight him.
So basically that MMA fighter, that Navy SEALs now spars Sean Strickland. Remember, that guy's not an MMA fighter. He might have done a bit of training in the past, but as I said, Sean Strickland just likes to beat up on people that he knows he can basically beat. So I'm not going to go through all of this, but basically he just puts a beating on a guy that's not even a proper MMA fighter. He pieces him up, keeps giving him leg kicks, and he enjoys battering people that he knows he can beat. Look how hard he's kicking this guy. Like, you can get some serious damage from this stuff. I know it's a bit of fun and games, but I don't rate Sean Strickland, man, for the shit he does. He likes to call people to his gym and he likes to batter them. And these are not proper fighters, guys. They land a few punches on him, but when you're a professional athlete and you're in the UFC, you got a massive advantage. So you can see just blasting him in the leg. This guy's not going to be able to do nothing against Sean Strickland because he's got too much experience. But I think he kicked him almost in the balls or in the stomach there.
Come on!
Look at this. Look at him. The guy's hurt and he's still blasting him in the leg. Full power. This is I can't rate these guys. No, he's not hitting him like crazy, but he's still hurting him. And I ain't gonna go through all of this. It's just Sean Strickland basically battering a guy that can't really hold his own, puts him on the ground. Basically, look at this man, full mount, just battering a guy that I don't know, man. I cannot rate Sean Strickland for this type of stuff. These guys are not MMA fighters. Remember, guys, this is just your normal Navy SEAL. He has no MMA training. Look how hard he just need him there. This guy is I don't know what to say. But anyways, I'm not going to go through all of this. But this is the type of guy you're dealing with in Sean Strickland. Now, he probably wants to do the same shit to David Goggins. But I don't understand it, guys, because it's not that David Goggins wouldn't come here to train. It's just this guy's a bit of a piece of shit. So he just carries on blasting him. I'm not going to go through all of this. It's just fucked up, guys. He just basically batters him for like 4 or 5 rounds. Look how hard he's kneeing him there. What is this, guys? This guy is just like, again, people are going to say, oh, the people that are coming down, they're choosing to be there. Maybe they want to be there for the... So look at this last round, guys, where he's just putting in a beating on him. Like he's fighting a punch bag. Oh, look how hard he just kicked him in his head.
Hey, that head kick should have sent you home, my man. Tough as nails. Hey, Navy SEALs, I stand corrected. 25 minutes. That was wrong. You have my respect. You're not quitting.
So he likes to batter him, and then after that he says, you have my respect to all. The difference with stuff like this is, guys, MMA is a real sport where you can actually get hurt, you can actually get damage, you can die from this type of stuff if you're hit in the wrong place. Now, to call a guy that has limited MMA experience just to say, oh, see how tough you are, going to the ring with a fighter and go for a spar, it's not really fair because they don't have the same skills. Whereas what David Goggins saying is, just come and train with me, go through the paces, let's see how long you can last with your running, let's see how long you can do with your training. That's a more fairer competition. But Sean Strickland wants to bring David Goggins into fucking MMA, which is the most stupidest thing you could do. A guy who's got fucked up knees. I don't understand this fucking Sean Strickland guy. He needs to be fucking exposed. He likes to bully people, and now he's trying it with a 49-year-old David Goggins. Has multiple knee surgeries. He doesn't want to go to David Goggins trainings. He just wants to fucking spar David Goggins. If I'm David Goggins, I'd say to this geezer, go fuck yourself. Tell him to come train with you. There's no point turning up to this type of shit, because we already know Sean Strickland would batter David Goggins in MMA. It's nothing we want to see. There's nothing good about that. But David Goggins did say I would turn up. So he did make a response video to Sean Strickland. So I'm going to show you that now, guys. So let's have a look. Well, before that, I think Sean Strickland decided to accept David Goggins' message. So I'm going to show that first.
So Goggins, I heard you wanted peace. Challenge accepted. Just so you know, man, the only thing you ever beat me at in life is fucking run. But guess what? I don't have to fucking run. You run from me. 22! Who's gonna kill?
I don't understand what Sean Strickland's on about. He's stroking his own ego a little bit too much here. But let's just play the video that David Goggins responded back to him with. So he made a video saying, you made the challenge to begin with. I simply responded as any man would. You simply said that no Navy SEAL could train with you. Talking about all of the hype about Navy SEALs, etc. Well, I am your guy. I don't hate you. I don't even know you. But let's stop running our mouths and just get this shit knocked the fuck out and move on the fuck already. 3 days training with me and I will be more than happy to put on the gloves and spar with you. This is my last attempt to put an end to clickbaiting of all the BS. There's just too much talk, no action. So basically David Goggins saying, yeah, I will spar with you, which is fair. But of course he's saying to Sean Strickland, you come train with me for 3 days, because David Goggins knows Sean Strickland will not be able to hang with David Goggins in his type of training, which is nothing to do with fighting. It's just physical training, like running, doing whatever, maybe lifting weights. He's going to kill Sean Strickland because this guy pushes himself to a whole nother level. It's a little bit unfair for Sean Strickland to say, come spar with me. This is a 49-year-old with no MMA experience. But he's not saying he won't do it. He's saying, come with me for 3 days. Sean Strickland should adhere to this and go for the training with David Goggins. But he's not doing that. So basically, in my eyes, it's Sean Strickland that's running from David Goggins. He doesn't want to make a fool of himself. And he knows that he would get outdone in the training. So he just wants to maybe just bully David Goggins and put him in the ring, get some views, and be the guy that battered David Goggins in sparring, which it's not going to happen unless, in my opinion, it's just bully tactics. I think Sean Strickland's a bit of a clown, and I don't know what he thinks he is. If he's really a man, I would take David Goggins up on this challenge like Tony Ferguson did. So let's see what David Goggins says, his last message. There's too much talk and no action.
This is my last video about this. Sean Strickland, I know you're doing all this for clickbait. We had a DM the other day, me and you back and forth. I was pretty much DMing you because, you know, you called me a bitch and talk about my military career and going out here once again trying to, like you said in your DM, trying to be a clown. You're an MMA fighter and also you're a comedian. So, you know, I'm not much of a comedian at all. I'm old school man, bro. So, you know, you go out here calling people bitch and shit like that, saying, you know, no Navy SEAL can hang with you training. I was responding to all those videos you did. I've never met you. You never met me. And you ran your mouth. You wanted to spar with me and all this other stuff, man. You were born in 1991, I believe. I was born in 1975. Talk about me being old, me being beat up. Once again, I know you're trying to clickbait all this stuff. I'm an old-fashioned man. I am older than you. 16 years older than you. So I don't do all this, let me get clickbait shit. You want to say you can fuck me up in training? I responded to that video to you, And this is what I said. You have yet to respond to this. And so anytime you want to train with me, I am ready to train with you. I am done with the videos. You all can keep on, tagging me on TikTok and all this other shit. Sean, it's in your court.
So one thing about David Goggins, guys, he's a serious motherfucker. This guy doesn't play those games. You know Sean Strickland, the guy loves clickbait. He thinks he's a sick fighter, but guys, he's been knocked the fuck out by fucking Sean Strickland. He lost to Dricus du Plessis, and he's just there for clickbait. He brings people into his gym, and he just likes to spar people and makes sure he feels good, a bit macho. What the fuck is a guy doing, bringing David Goggins into his gym, guys, to batter a 49-year-old whose experiences in the military and doing hard physical training, not in fucking fighting? Not to say David Goggins wouldn't spar him, it just doesn't make sense. He wants to spar David Goggins so bad. It's probably more for the sadistic side. He just wants to hurt someone the way he hurts these little kids and these people that train with him. You've seen how he spars with them, guys. These are not even MMA athletes. He likes to just beat them up. I don't rate Sean Strickland. Once someone Sean Strickland's sort of level, a proper MMA fighter, gets on him, he gets his fucking ass handed to him. He beat Israel Adesanya, but that's the most flukiest win I've seen. It was just an off day in my opinion. But he got knocked the fuck out by Pereira. He got done out by Dricus du Plessis. The guy just talks too much shit, and David Goggins ain't about that shit talking life. So, if, in my opinion, David Goggins will not respond to Sean Strickland again, and he doesn't need to. Sean Strickland needs to now turn up to David Goggins, but there was one video that Sean Strickland put out after this, so I'm going to watch this shit that Sean Strickland's saying, but this guy is a fucking clown, in my opinion. I do not like Sean Strickland. I don't know, maybe some people do, but I just think he's an idiot, so let's play this video.
You guys, let me explain to you why I make fun of David Goggins. He is a fraudulent man. He is an easy target. He is a fraud. Bro, you are so great at running down the street. You're not hard. You're not tough. You run, my man. Do you know why I know you're fraudulent? Because as I make fun of you and you post your little TikTok video, I'm a hard man. I'll show up. I'll handle this like a man. No, you won't, dude. I train at Extreme Couture. I'm easy to find. You live in Las Vegas. I live in Las Vegas. Show up. Mitch showed up. Do you not know how to use GPS, my man? Do you not know how to get in your car? I'll tell you what, why don't you jog down? But you won't, dude, because you are a fucking fraud. You go on TikTok and you make these stupid videos. You are a fucking fraud. And that's why I make fun of you. And that's why you will never show up, because I will expose you. I will expose you. So just stay on fucking TikTok and keep fucking running. Or man up and show up, but you won't.
So this Sean Strickland guy calls out David Goggins to come spar with him. Now, why does David Goggins need to come spar with you? Why? We've seen what you do. You bully people and you bring people to your gym and you just want to feel that you're the better fighter. These fighters are not on your level. These people have limited training. So it's more of a like, how tough are you kind of thing. That's not what David Goggins does. David Goggins takes his body to extreme levels, running, training. He will push you to your limits. That's real training for that guy. Why the fuck does he need to go down to your gym to spar you? You're a professional MMA fighter. How does that make you any better than David Goggins? Most people know what would happen, but it's not about that. I don't understand what this guy's trying to do. He's trying to say I got more bravado than you. The guy's 49 years old. He's got fucked up knees, multiple knee surgeries. And what, you want to go kick him in his legs and break his legs? I'm pretty sure that's what Sean Strickland wants to do. I cannot rate Sean Strickland. The guy just talks a lot of shit, and now he's basically saying David Goggins is a fraud. Well, I think Sean Strickland is a fraud. He just bullies people, talks a lot of shit, but he knows he wouldn't be able to hang with David Goggins' offer. David Goggins did not say he wouldn't come and train with Sean Strickland. He said, I'll do it, but you come train with me first. So Sean Strickland doesn't want to go train with David Goggins, so why the fuck is David Goggins going to come down to you? Remember, this guy's only got like 2.3 million followers, whereas David Goggins is known by a lot more people, 12 million people. So Sean Strickland is just a clickbaiting motherfucker, in my opinion. He just talks a lot of shit, and David Goggins is more of a real geezer. He's he doesn't fuck about when it comes down to things like this. So Sean Strickland calling out David Goggins is a bitch move. Why the fuck are you going to call out David Goggins? It just makes no sense. He served this country and teaches men to be accountable. You cry on podcasts about how mean your dad was. That's a comment and a half. Look at this guy, man. This guy's an idiot, man. This guy's an idiot. Yeah, like he's just an idiot, man. Sean Strickland is a fucking clown. Like, this is how you make yourself look dumb. Where you got someone like David Goggins, is an honorable type of guy. All he does is teach you how to fucking win in life, how to get past your adversities. And you wanna fucking spar a guy like this? Come on. Like, what are you gonna gain from sparring someone like David Goggins? And it's not that David Goggins wouldn't turn up. It's just we know Sean Strickland's motive is just to get him on camera, maybe just licking David Goggins, and I don't understand what you would achieve from that. David Goggins isn't an idiot. He's not going to just turn up like that. He's going to want to see you come to his training, see if you can hang with David Goggins. Then he may attempt your training. But Sean Strickland ain't about it. If Sean Strickland was really about this, he would have turned up to David Goggins' fucking 3-day camp. He ain't about it. He just likes to talk his mouth, run his mouth. But and guys, just as I was making the video, just an update, Sean Strickland puts out another video. This is Sean Strickland being exposed. This is the truth of Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland knows he's in the wrong here. This is when you know someone's got issues. When he puts one video out like this, and then a few hours later he puts an apology video up. So look at Sean Strickland now getting outdone by his own little... He basically gone back on his word. So he's obviously got scared, or something's happened, or someone said something for him. I think he got a lot of hate for the video he put out to David Goggins. So look what his tone is now. Let's have a look. So he writes, "Okay, fine. I'm sorry, Goggins. You're cool. I'm just bored and angry. You can show up, but if not, it's cool, man. You're a solid runner. You have some cool quotes. My mental stability is coming back. There's something wrong with this guy, guys. There's something wrong. Let's see what he says."
You know, guys, if I had to be completely honest, I think I'm just bored and angry. You know, I'm the #1 contender. I gotta wait for Izzy and Dreykus to fight to get my shot. What does one do? I'm bored and angry. I'm training, I'm in shape, but what does one do? I'm just bored and angry.
This is more proof that this guy is just I don't want to say sadistic, but he's got some sort of problems, guys. He brings people to his gym that are not MMA fighters. He loses his belt to proper contenders, and he likes to dish it out on people that can't fight him back. This guy's got problems, guys. He's got problems, issues. He likes to bully people, and then he makes apology videos. This is when you know someone's not a real man. You say one thing and then you do something else. This is Sean Strickland exposed, guys. That's how I'm going to end it. You leave your thoughts below.